Welcome back to Event Advice with CrowdComms. I'm Will. This is Matt, Managing Director, Product Director. In this episode, we're going to be talking about strategies to boost your event registrations. We are going to, as usual, not a lot of waffle, jump straight into it. What are your tips for marketing your registration site?
There's going to be a couple of different elements. You've got like the traditional digital strategies and approaches to market your website. So indexing your site, looking at whether you drive traffic to it, either via social media, via email campaigns, via paid digital campaigns. So those mechanisms that we enable people to go to a website, I suppose that's digital marketing elements. Yeah. And then you've got your strategies of like limited availability. So the things that make people want to go there. We have limited availability. Look at what we're doing. Look at what you can see, driving people by giving them a snippet. You could do things like early bird pricing. Yeah. So making things more cost effective. You get in there early, which gives you a good benchmark of revenue. And then you can like drip feed registration as you get closer to your event. So there's a whole variety of different things. I think the key bit is making sure that you are pretty joined up with it. So you do social media, you do your paid, you give a speaker, something that's happened that you can show people that look what to expect. We've got Will Custard, product director, talking about come and listen to his experience on UX, and people going, oh, that's interesting, I want to attend. Much in the same way we're marketed to with the different products, the development events where they're saying, look at what we're doing, early birds pricing, exactly the same way that we're targeted.
So little teaser things. So if you can get your event or get your speakers or get your agenda sorted in time, can you sort of tease people with a little bit of content?
Yeah, definitely do that. And I also think teas have, down to personalisation again, if you know that I'm in a group of people that previously have been interested in X, then give me content about X. If you from the surveys that you did at previous events, you've said that the things you enjoyed most were da-da-da and da-da-da, then feed you comms about those things, because they're the things you enjoyed. Oh God, I really enjoyed that last year. And it looks like they're doing it again and they're doing it better. So learning from previous events, taking data from previous events, looking at the things that worked really well and making sure you communicate those in your engagement strategy, in your marketing strategy around your event.
So it's quite similar to just treating your event site or treating your event app and registration site as your website, as a normal website. Market it in the same way. Use your custom domain, use subdomains for your domain strength, things like that.
Yeah, exactly. We want to get people interested and we want them to attend. And in the same way that we want people to land on our website, see what we do, are interested in it and inquire into our products. It's exactly the same.
Do you think retargeting works? So if you know a little bit about people, retargeting them when they're on other sites?
Yeah, I think that links to the personalisation, doesn't it? You watch this, you showed interest in this, we're going to, see that you've shown interest and we're going to make sure we prod you with it. So yeah, that definitely works. It's really successful in digital marketing on our website. And it's very can be very useful when used in a marketing strategy for a specific event.
What do you think about creating content that is, it's not from last year's event, it's not for the event coming up, so speaker interviews, for example, before the event to put out, so actually almost start the event earlier, so actually start to get some content driven.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to gain interest, but there's another way to look at it, and that is involving your audience in the content that will be delivered. So having the kind of the confidence to be able to say, we'll be seeing you in September. It'd be great to hear what you would like us to participate in. It'd be great to hear about what you would like us to talk about, the engagement that you would like to see. So please give us your ideas, register now, tell us what you think. So involving your audience is part of your marketing strategy to kind of determine or dictate the content that you deliver is definitely something that we see people do really well, both from a registration and from an event app adoption perspective.
How would you advise people to get influencers involved early on? So if you're lucky enough to be working with one, how would you advise people use that and leverage that to their game?
People do things that they're interested in. So I think choosing people that are passionate or interested in the event that you're doing is going to be the first thing. If they're not passionate or interested, then it's purely financial, isn't it? And if it's purely financial, then you'll find that you will get less from those influencers. If they're passionate about it and there's a commercial element as well, then you're going to get more buy-in and I think you get more traction. So I think looking at who are genuinely positive influences and also being realistic in terms of what is achievable. And I know that sounds defeatist, but I'm not going to go out there and get Lionel Messi to talk about my 200-person football event. So having kind of realistic expectations of the influence that you can get. And then, also not being reliant on external influence. You can be reliant on traditional mechanics of marketing, traditional methods of getting exposure to your event and getting people to that website.
So using your marketing lists from previous events or ones your registrations that are coming in, send reminder emails, send bespoke emails, make sure you keep the communication up all the way up to the event.
Join your events.
Yeah.
So join your events. When one finishes, give them the output. Tell them about the next one. Don't lose your community. Continue to engage with your community between events. And I think they then see value not just in that one occasion, but they're going to see value in the 10 touch points that you have with them between the year. And we see that at the trade shows we exhibit at. We take value in seeing what people can do. Drop in for a drinks evening. Meet our exhibitors, meet someone who can help you drive exhibitor revenue to your stand. Watch this video to learn about blah, blah, blah. I love doing those things. I do them regularly for the different trade shows that we attend. And so I think that those contact points as well are going to be really powerful in driving registration for your event and marketing your big event that you're trying to focus on.
So would you advise people the strategy to boost registration shouldn't stop at the first day of the event? You should be gathering feedback, thinking about your next event, actually, trying to project that forward because you want to grow year on year or event by event, and actually boosting the next one starts at the previous one.
It does, yeah, of course it does. It's endless, isn't it? But use the data. There's so much data there. Give you so much opportunity to collect it and display it. It would seem remiss not to use it. So listen to the people, ask the right questions, and use it.
Okay, so hopefully some of those tips are going to help you boost your next event registration. For now, we'll see you again next time.